I'm Philip Bocox with Ledwell & Son. During the next few minutes, we're going to talk about operating the Ledwell feed trailer. When operating any piece of heavy equipment, safety is the most important issue. In the case of the Ledwell feed trailer, there are several basic safety checks that need to be done before getting on the road. First, the cab should be equipped with a fire extinguisher and emergency reflectors. Next, see that all the brakes and all the lights are functioning properly. Check all the hoses for wear and leaks. It is important that the hydraulic fluid tank is filled to the proper level. There are several warning signs posted on the vehicle. It is advisable that you read these signs and understand how they apply to the operation of the vehicle. Before leaving your point of origin and upon arriving at the offloading site, before anything else, do a complete walk around of the vehicle to be sure no obstructions or other things will be damaged by the vehicle or will cause damage to the vehicle. Always be aware of what's overhead. This is especially true in the case of power lines. Electricity will arc from power lines and seek ground through a vehicle. An incredible number of deaths occur each year because a driver got too close to a power line. Upon arriving at the delivery site, set the handbrake and take the truck out of gear. A walk around at the delivery site is critical. You must be aware of any overhead power lines or obstructions that could pose a potential hazard. Return to the cab and engage the PTO. For convenience and safety, we recommend remote controls to be used for trailer operations. They may be either in the cab remote controls or radio-operated remote controls. If manual hydraulic controls are in use, go to the hydraulic valve bank normally located on the rear of the trailer. Raise the boom from the saddle high enough to clear the trailer. Rotate the boom in the desired direction. Now keep your eyes on the boom at all times while the boom is moving. Caution, it only takes a moment of inattention during boom movement to get into serious trouble. Now position the boom over the feed bin opening. Return to the truck and set the engine to the appropriate engine RPM. If your truck is equipped with a fast idle or cruise control, engage it at this point. The optimum RPM for our hydraulic pump shaft is 1200 RPM. In other words, the output shaft of your power takeoff should be 1200 RPM. If you're unsure of your power takeoff RPM, call us with your power takeoff model number and the transmission model number. We'll be glad to calculate your engine speed to attain the proper RPM. You know, some people think that running the truck engine faster will unload the feed faster. Nothing could be further from the truth. If you operate your hydraulic pump faster than the recommended speed, you're only overheating the hydraulic system and eventually slowing down your feed delivery rate, not to mention shortening your pump and motor life. Okay, back to delivery. Return to the trailer controls and engage the discharge auger. Now, engage the floor delivery. Always unload from the rear to the front of the trailer. Be sure to leave the bottom doors open as you empty the trailer bins. This will help regulate pressure on the floor delivery. Go to the first trailer bin to be unloaded. If you have stand-up rack and pinion bottom doors, remove the pin, then rotate the handle to open the bin fully and insert the lock pin. If you have flat rack and pinion bottom doors, insert the door operator in the receiver and ratchet the door open. As the feed falls from the trailer bin to the floor delivery, it will take a few moments for the feed to reach the discharge spout. As soon as the feed starts to discharge, check the spout location to assure proper alignment with the feed bin opening. Make any necessary corrections to prevent feed spillage. As the feed unloads, check the pressure gauges on both systems. It is very important to remember that ideally, we would like to keep the upright discharge auger's pressure steady between 1300 and 1500 psi. The floor delivery pressures will vary as you unload from the rear toward the front. The more feed you have on the floor, the higher the pressures will climb. On a drag chain floor, the pressure should range from 500 to 700 psi. If it is a floor auger, the pressures will vary from 400 to 1400 psi. Just remember, try to keep the upright discharge pressure constant. Be aware of the conditions around you and your trailer. Pressures can change for many reasons, such as low hydraulic fluid level, height of a feed bin, hydraulic fluid diluted with water or air, or dirty hydraulic fluid. Overpressuring causes heat, and heat causes damage. When the first trailer bin is empty, open the second, and so forth. Remember now, leave the doors open. When the last bin is empty, disengage the floor delivery, then disengage the vertical discharge delivery. Return to the truck and reduce the engine RPMs to idle. Return to the hydraulic controls and rotate the boom back to the stowed position. Be sure the discharge auger is positioned in the center and all the way down in the saddle. When unloading is complete, be sure to close all bottom doors before returning to the mill. Return to the truck, disengage the PTO, release the brakes, and you're ready to go. We go to great lengths to make our products as safe and foolproof as possible, but we can't drive it for you. When operating a Ledwell feed trailer, use your head. Common sense is your best ally. Before leaving your point of origin, be totally familiar with the operation of the vehicle. Always be aware of what's going on around you, and always be sensitive as to how the vehicle is handling. When it gets down to it, you are responsible for your own safety. Thank you very much.